Okay, we're sorry. This might be in two parts. And I don't know why. But we just got cut off. So there you go. But did you want to finish what you were talking about? Okay. Okay, and we were talking about race, and we're talking about the LGBTQ community inclusiveness, and about a church that we believe is in Iowa that
it's trailblazing, this church.
Yes, they really are forward thinking and wanting to include everyone into their the way that they serve. They're also open to, which is something that I love, they're also open to other spiritual theories besides the one that maybe they originally believed. Now also the 12 remaining members of this church, those who were there first and who remained after the minister decided he wanted to open the church up to the LGBTQ community, said that they are willing to work this out. They're willing to see this through. And also what's really important is that the new pastor is also saying that she's willing to work it out and willing to also see it through. And that's extremely important because, as Andy was saying right before we got cut off, that, this is going to be quite the challenge because this is a very conservative state. And the Huffington Post article mentioned that. And so, she's going to need to get out there in the community and really find their tribe. They're there. I mean, those people are there. So I just feel as if though she's going to really have to do her work, as Andy says.
I also think that, contrary to common thought, that if Christ was anything, he was a man of love.
Yes.
And this church is showing the world that love can conquer anything. And back to Ken Ham, the creationist, if he really devoted himself to Christ's message of love, he wouldn't be putting scary pamphlets in kids' candy packets on Halloween. A lot of the born-agains don't remember that love was the main ingredient in Jesus' message to his followers. And
yeah, it really was, if you include everything that Jesus taught and everything that he did and all the people that he communed with, love was really the only message. It was the main message and the only message. And I just don't think that many Christians, like I said, there are a lot of different types of Christians around and forms of Christianity, and we don't want to say that everybody is alike. But what we do want to say is that the religion itself needs to really go back to the beginning, when St. Paul was actually spreading the gospel, and go back to that point when Jesus was actually walking the earth, and the people that he was there he was around a lot of people that other people wouldn't even want to be bothered with. He was around people that today many Christians would not want to commune with. And I think that as a whole they need to go back and start with the basics of what actually they should be spreading and sharing with everybody, and how they should be living and how they should be feeling and how they should be treating other people, So yeah, we wanted to kind of present both sides of, this whole Halloween thing, and the fact is that there is a huge majority of Christians that they did not celebrate Halloween at all, and that I can respect. If that's not your holiday and you don't feel as if though you should be celebrating it, and you find something evil about it or whatever, that's your business.
But you don't have to proselytize.
Yes, exactly. There's no need to feel that you're going to take that day or that night and change it. You're not going to do that. What you're going to do, I think, is make a lot of people very angry, and you're going to have, as I said before, a lot of very confused children, scared and confused, and they're going to run home and they're going to say, Mom, this man gave me this thing to read, and so on the back it says I'm going to hell, and then you're going to have a lot of parents on that night who are just waiting for their kids to come in, or who are maybe with their kids when they're trick-or-treating, and find that very offensive. I mean, I think if I had children and I was with my child and was handed, a bag of pamphlets with their treats, whatever, I would take a look at it and read it, and I would be very annoyed and angry about that situation. And I think that's what he's going to create, or the parents or the adults who are accompanying these kids on Halloween. If they're there, they're going to look at it, because that's pretty strange, when you think about, people are saying trick or treat, you're supposed to be giving out treats, and all of a sudden there's like a couple books inside of there. People are going to be inclined to look at them, and I think it's just going to turn a whole community really against him.
Yeah. I agree completely. I think he's meddling in something that's none of his business.
Yes, exactly. It's not his business. And
if he doesn't want to celebrate Halloween, or doesn't want to let his kids do that, so be it.
Yes, exactly.
But he doesn't have to spread his gospel on that day when it's all about children.
Exactly. And I think that, with his plan B, where people, it says in the article that if kids start telling other kids, don't go to that house, his plan B is to get all the Christians out to go out and start knocking on doors, and I think that, he needs to just relax and just be with what it is that he believes, without feeling as though he has to spread this belief in order to really validate it. I mean, sometimes I feel as if though people spread their belief systems because they want to feel validated, and you really don't find that in a lot of other forms of spirituality. I'm a pagan and a witch, and I certainly don't feel the need for anybody else to be that. If I got a notice and it said everybody else stop being a pagan and a witch, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. You know what I mean? So I don't need that validation. And a lot of people who practice other forms of spirituality also don't need that validation. And I'm wondering if Christians do, if many of you, or them, you, I say, if you're listening, need that validation.
Well, it seems to me people that are proselytes and that preach to others in order to change them in any way are people who are not secure in their own beliefs.
Yes.
That's my belief. I think people like Ken Ham do need validation by converting others to his belief system. And if he were very secure in his beliefs, he wouldn't have to meddle in other people's business.
Exactly. I totally agree with that, And so we just want to share that with you. And we want to say thanks for listening for those of you who do listen. And, you know, we had a little glitch there, so you may be listening to this in two parts. So I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, I want to say thank you for listening to us, and just for being here, listening to the recording. We really appreciate it. A lot of you listened to our first recording, and we really appreciate that. We appreciate you. We want to say, please check us out at iwondersisterhood.com. That is our blog where we teach women radical self-acceptance. And please find us on Instagram, which we love. We are at iWonderSisters on Instagram, so you can find us there. And also on Twitter, our blog posts go on Twitter. We're at iWonderSisters. And we're also on YouTube because of Spreaker. Thank you, Spreaker. And that is under at iWonderSisters TV. Okay, so we just want to thank you. And,
yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, because we feel like 27 listeners is 2,700, you know. That's how we feel. So we really appreciate it. So hopefully everything went well with this recording. And we want to say thank you so much again. And remember to check out iWonderSisterhood.com. And we'll say goodbye.
As my father would say in ham radio parlance, 73s, everybody.
I like that. Do you know what that means?
It means goodbye.
Goodbye, y'all.